Today on the compliance tip of the day, we're going to look at some current M&A issues under the FCPA from the domestic perspective. The compliance tip of the day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. And now I'd like to say a few words about the latest podcast on the Compliance Podcast Network, AI Today in 5 with 5. Thrilled to announce the inaugural episode of my latest podcast series, AI Today in 5. I wanted to do a short, curated set of stories and news stories about AI for the compliance professional and the greater business professional. You can check it out on Megaphone, the Compliance Podcast Network, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple, or wherever great podcasts are listened to. Check out AI Today in 5. This week on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we consider the role of the board in various compliance issues. We conclude this exploration of AI governance in the board by looking at how the board can create a trust framework for AI. Have you thought about a trust framework for AI and what's the role of the board? Well, the question is, can AI be trusted? And how do you as a board try to put a framework in place? Well, there's several key elements that you need to think about. Number one, trust requires oversight, just as with human agents. That for the board, this means creating oversight structures before deploying agents into live workflows, and it means testing for vulnerabilities and really providing this oversight that you have engaged or are required to engage in. Trust is not blind. It's built on verification, monitoring, and accountability. AI agents can and should be trusted only when they operate within the framework you set up as the board. 2, recognize and manage bias and conflicts of interest. One of the major risks is that the bias that's introduced into your AI. This is something we've talked about literally throughout the week. And if a AI is used for third-party due diligence, but it's shaped by biased data, you could end up onboarding the wrong person. So you need to have some oversight and vigilance into your data. 3, treat AI agents as fiduciaries. Well, how about that? As a board, you're a fiduciary to the shareholders of the company, and fiduciary looks like obedience. AI must follow company policies and procedures. Loyalty, AI must prioritize company's objectives over hidden commercial interests. Confidentiality, AI must protect sensitive compliance data. And accountability, AI must be traceable and accountable with an audit trail. This framing provides the board with a powerful tool to think through the issues. 4, build compliance and insurance-based safeguards. That risk management is a critical part of every board's remit, and you need to have planned of how you're going to oversee and manage this risk from a financial perspective. And finally, design 5, design for data security and local control. This means you need to keep the decisions in front of the people who are using them and need them. So what are today's key takeaways? Well, today we've got 5 of them. Number 1, oversight and accountability. Treat AI agents like other stakeholders within your organization, employees, third-party vendors, customers, etc. 2, bias and conflict management. Audit AI agents for hidden biases in training data or outputs. Demand transparency throughout the process. 3, fiduciary principles for AI agents. Of course, those once again are obedience, loyalty, confidentiality, and accountability. 4, market insurance safeguards. There are ways to manage risk. Obviously, one of those is through putting off on insurance. And number 5, data security and local control. You have to have great input going in, but it has to be secured so that it doesn't get out to an open AI such as ChatGPT. The things that I'm happy to do for you, the compliance profession is if you have a question or a series of questions you would like some compliance tips on, I'm happy to take any requests that you might want, certainly anonymize them, and give you a quick tip, either one quick tip or maybe a week's worth of quick tips. So if you have any tips you want about your compliance program, you can shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. This podcast was created and produced